Welcome to the show. I'm Jen, my extra special guest today, and with Mother's Day, it's appropriate that I have my mom with us, Barbara Kaplan. She's an interior designer, so AKA my mom. Thank you for being here.
Wow, it's my pleasure to be here, Jen. This is so exciting.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you all those questions on the spot with people watching that I don't get to ask you behind closed doors.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm kidding. No, I want to learn a little bit more, for people watching about you and how special you are and the things that you've done in your career and, what you can share with everyone about who you are.
Great. I'm looking forward to it.
So I really feel like your life has always incorporated key elements consistent with who you are, from many, many years ago doing social work and helping people to your parents having antiques and an antique shop and you doing interior design. Do you feel all of those things kind of go together in making up the work that you do with your clients?
Oh, absolutely, I do. Life is visual, and I was raised to appreciate beauty. So being raised in a environment where antiques were a very big focus, of course, beauty was instilled in me. And I have a love for people and behavior of people. And I just put that all together and realized that it's a very holistic world that we live in. It's the complete person that we have to address. And I incorporated that in my interior design so that my slogan in my book is, rooms have no feelings, you do. And of course, it's all about the people in the room. They create the energy, they create the life in the room, and the objects are chosen, hopefully, by those people from their interior. That's the true interior design. The rest is exterior design. So, yes, I do think it all comes together, and I had no idea at the time, but it just grew.
That's great. So what keeps you passionate about what you do every day?
Wow. Well, for one thing, every day is different. And just for my personality, that's an important thing. I meet such interesting people with different needs. And it gives me the opportunity to be creative, to be intuitive, to ask questions, because that is the key to helping people, is asking questions. I don't design for myself. I design for the people who live in the spaces. And so questions are very key, and it's very important to me to get to the heart and soul of the people who live there so I can help them interpret who they are, because very often people are afraid of doing that. So many people say, oh, I'm not creative. Well, it's not just about creativity. It's about being honest with yourself and really delving deeply into what your needs are to live happily, peacefully, healthily. And that's just the holistic approach that I have enjoyed so much.
So then what in your home have you done to incorporate that, or what's the favorite item in your house?
Well, that's a great question. I have, as you know, I grew up with antiques, and at a certain point in my life, I sold all the antiques and became more of a contemporary styled person in my own home. And I realized that antiques were my legacy, but they were not necessarily my taste. And that really helped me further develop my philosophy, because I realized I wasn't living in my authenticity. And so the favorite things in my house are the things that make me smile, the things that make me happy, and my family.
All right, well, those are good items to have that do that. So what advice would you give a young person today starting their career? Because I know one of the things you talk about is being a workaholic.
Yes.
So what advice would you give someone starting their career?
In interior design?
Or whatever.
Oh, whatever. Well, what would I recommend? Well, I am a workaholic, that's true. However, while I'm doing it, it doesn't feel like work. I enjoy every moment. Even when I'm having a bad day, there's still nothing I'd rather be doing than that. So it's really being true to your instincts, into your nature, into what pleases you, and it eliminates stress. I may get tired, but I try not to get stressed. And I do that by focusing on what I love to do. Of course, when you're building a career and building a business, you do have to do certain things that you would rather not be doing. And as I have grown in my business, I realize that the best results come from a place in myself where I'm happy, having fun. And I would say that that word is important when you're working. You know, we're also serious in our business, and having fun is such a critical part of it. And when we're having fun, we also attract customers because they want to have fun with us too.
All right, so now we're going to switch gears from the work side to the family side. So what would be a highlight from being a mom?
Oh,
and you can just talk
wow.
about me, not my brother.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. You could talk about either one of us.
Well, you are both highlights. You are my favorite daughter.
Okay.
And
good.
so...
and the only one.
As you know, the song that came to me when you were born, oh my gosh, I'm blanking out on it right now. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Top of the World.
Yes.
And truly, when you were born, Jen, you put me on top of the world. I did have a son already, and he is the older one, as you two always
Yes.
kid around about.
For sure.
And so, of course, having a girl was the perfect combination. And I would just say that that's my greatest joy, is my favorite daughter, my favorite son, and my favorite husband, too.
Well, and so what's been a highlight being a grandparent?
Wow. The highlight is to watch, to have the joy of having a grandchild without having to discipline him, dress him, educate him, and all those many things. And we are blessed with 4 grandchildren now. We have a granddaughter and 3 grandsons, and we just have fun with them, and then we go home.
Yeah.
That's the best
That's
part.
what I hear from a lot of people.
Yes.
Let the parents deal with
That's
everything
right,
when you walk out the door.
exactly.
Okay, so you mentioned your favorite husband.
Yes.
What's been the secret, you'd say, to the longevity of your
Oh, wow.
marriage?
That's really putting
'Cause
me on the spot. 'Cause
it's been a
every
while
day-
that you're married.
Yes, we have been married a long time.
I'm not allowed to say how long.
Yes, you are legitimate, so
Yes,
definitely
yes.
We have. Oh, wow.
Maybe I should have him on the show and he
Yeah, maybe. But I think it's just trying to take responsibility. You know, I think in the early years of our marriage, it was very easy to blame him for something. And then once I realized that I have responsibility too, not that he doesn't, but I have to own my responsibility. And by doing so, I could change something that was wrong. And that, of course, requires communication, therapy. I'm a big advocate of therapy. And I think it's just about learning about yourself so that you can convey who you are and come from a place of knowing what your needs are and conveying that.
Well, I'll have to take nuggets of that myself. And I feel so blessed to have you as my mom, my best friend, my supporter, and role model and mentor, and all of the great isms that you just shared that I can take in my life and my world too. So thank you, and happy Mother's Day.
Thank you, Jennifer. And I have to say to you that I have learned so much from you as well. You have been a great teacher for me, and this is a very special relationship, and I cherish
Thank
it
you.
more than anything.
Me too. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Thank you for watching Now with Jen, and we'll see you next time.